Yeah. Well, I mean, we could. I don't know. Douchebag shades are on. Ladies and gents, Monday, 8:30. Chicago time, dummies. Another day. What a rotation around the sun this weekend has been. But today's a good day. Today's the greatest day. Today's the greatest. I mean, it's Mac Miller's birthday. Let's get some bad bounds. Long live Mac. Would have been 34. Goat.
You hear that, Prince?
It's 2026, ladies and gents. A lot of things turning 10 years old. A lot of people reminiscing back to what it was in 2016. Wiz Khalifa got upset about it. He's like, you guys are missing the program. You guys got to focus on the now, which I agree. But it's not so bad, 10 years, like I said, 10 years of Divine Feminine this year. An amazing album. And 6 years ago, I mean, they posthumously dropped Circles, you know what I mean? And then a year ago they dropped Balloonerism, man. So hey man, what it do? How we doing, Ace? Are we okay? We'll talk about it, I promise. We'll talk about it. Oh, yeah. But it's Mac's birthday. Shout out to Mac. Disclaimer time though. Okay? This is for educational and entertainment purposes only, all right? For mature audiences, viewer discretion is advised. If you don't like the content, there's plenty of tube out there for you to watch. Go watch some other tube. There's plenty of channels for you to enjoy. And if you enjoy this channel, make sure you share with your peoples. Make sure you hit the buttons. I think we passed the threshold time for where YouTube feels it's okay to curse. And with that being said, mi gente latina, bienvenida a este programa. Es para audiencias maduras. Si no te gusta, busca otro canal. No nos tienes que reportar. No sean ñoños. I don't want to talk about. Don't ask me none. We're not gonna ask nothing.
You hear that, Princess?
Address. Pero mi gente, si te gusta este contenido, sé que la mayoría es en inglés y no hablo lo suficientemente español a veces, pero es porque la mera neta, pues ya sabes cómo es acá y con la situación que está aquí en este lado, en este lado de la frontera, en el norte, hay que cuidarse porque ya sabes, como unos agentes acá. Anyways, si te gusta el contenido, presiona todos los botones. Compártelo con tus amigos, tus familiares, tus tíos, tías, abuelos, primos, primas. Are we doing? Is that gonna be like a bit where we have the Holy Spirit do a?
We have something really special. If you would allow me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Whoop de Whoop Sports Podcast. Bienvenidos a el programa más deportivo, antideportivo para deportes.
Take it all in.
Sigo sin saber lo que significa eso. Pero aquí estamos. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mac's birthday. So if you got something to light, make sure you light one. Make sure you fill up your glass. Make sure you I don't know, whatever else you
Who's
know.
B Day?
Huh?
Who's B Day? Who are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Beating.
Who's B Day?
Oh, it's Mac's birthday.
Max who?
Malcolm McCormick. It's also Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Mac Miller? Is that what you're talking about? You're
Yeah,
gonna have to let the people know because they don't know who Mac is.
Who else is Mac? Who else? And
Mac
yo,
Dre,
shout out to the sponsorships today. The dope bag. We
Mac
got
Nugget.
Gatorade. Holler at us for the sponsorship. These Stranger Things editions of the bottles were kind of cool. They're retro. This is an 11 edition. Shout out to Animal Style Kush for sponsoring the disposable. Whoop de fool! Shout out to Ace Vito. Get some bad man for Ace Vito. But also, shout out to all the sponsors. Animal Style Kush sponsored the disposable Kush. You know what I'm saying? This hoodie is my favorite hoodie. It used to have Mac on it, which is why I'm wearing it today. Cause it's Mac Day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shorty. It's faded, obviously, but it's still my favorite hoodie, man. Even though Sifu hates this hoodie. I've worn it in several videos too. Go check them out. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the sports dialogue too, just finished dropping chapter 2 of that You Play Too Much tape. Go make sure you stream that. It's on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/illforreal. ILLPHOREAL. Can't let the dyslexia hit when you're in those moments. Those moments are crucial. But sometimes that dyslexia just want to hit so bad. Like I said, besides musical creations, releases, and obviously celebratorial of life towards towards the artists we admire. This is a sports show and a sports podcast. So shout out to the chat. Make sure y'all hitting the comments, saying how y'all feel and how do I feel. Where do I start with? I guess there's only one thing to do.
I know how you feel.
And just
I know how you feel.
address.
Can I tell you how you feel?
We must address.
Can I tell you how you feel?
We must address the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room? That's a good one. That's a good one.
We gotta address the elephant in the room. Shout out to West Coast Cam for the elephant drawing challenge. But anyways, yes. Wait, I'm looking the wrong way. As y'all can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tough start to the week for any Chicagoan.
Can I say something real quick? Hey, Ace, you see that princess? Do you see that princess? The agony of defeat.
Hey, Ace, and fuck, man, and like low key, we can spend the whole hour talking about this fucking game. I said it. I said it before the fucking Packers win. We had to stay focused, man. And honestly, like, I don't understand after a win like that against the Packers in Green Bay and the way we clutched up at the end of it. I don't understand why they conformed with just tying the game up and going to OT. That was so safe. And we had already accomplished a touchdown. He happier than a pig in than a pig in shit. That's a good one. That's a good one. He's like Red Foreman right now. Feel like Red Foreman.
To be honest with you, I don't really care. I just like fucking with Ace. I like fucking with Ace.
Shout out to you.
Hear that, princess?
Where the fuck is these
Hear
effing
that,
dudes?
princess?
Jay, speaking of where's these effing dudes, where the fuck is Jay, man? Jay.
Jay was here a little while ago.
What the fuck? Jay, damn.
Jay's,
Anyways.
Jay's,
Yeah,
Jay's,
man, I think
Jay's,
they played it
Jay's,
so
Jay's.
safe just tying the game up. I think they were in a position where they should have just gone for the +2 and just ended the game right then and there. No need to play OT.
It was going to be, it would ended up being like a 50+ yard field goal, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think their kicker is that proficient.
No,
Just saying.
Chicago's.
Yup.
But I'm saying, like, before that, like, they didn't have to go for the fucking +1 after they clutched that touchdown. By the way, like, that's one thing else that gets ruined. That gets ruined by this defeat too. If I feel like if Caleb Williams would have got Chicago, he clapped with his hands and his ass cheeks when they lost.
Actually, Bob, I was really sad for the city of Chicago. I live here. I'm a Chicagoan now. I've been here 21 years, man.
Man,
Come on now. I feel bad for the city right now. I feel
and
bad.
that's
I
the thing,
wanted to see
bro.
them win. I just don't
If
want to see them win when it comes to Ace.
you just don't want to see Ace
Ace
happy,
or Shadow Master. I don't want to see them have any happiness
you
in
don't like
life.
the Holy Spirit said no joy for those
No,
fellers.
no happiness in their lives. No.
Uh, look, man, like I'm saying, like if Caleb would have gotten the shot at least into the fucking division championship game, like he could have been really contendering for MVP this season. Um, yeah, stupid throws, bro. Like, oh man, that last throw for that touchdown was ridiculous. Nah, they did right going to OT. Moore gave up on that play. Yeah, but bro, no, bro, they played it too safe. They played it way too fucking safe. Going to OT was a safe play, and the Rams were fucking distraught. I remember speaking to Jay, and we miss you, Jay. Where is Jay? Hit the jingle for Jay. Where the fuck is Jay? Um, Jay, I remember seeing Jay post that the Rams wasn't gonna be on no fourth quarter slipping type shit. You know, they were gonna be caught lacking in the fourth quarter. Paraphrasing, of course, just don't quote me. But the Rams were distraught in the fourth quarter, seeing what that Chicago was doing, what the fuck they was doing. That last fucking throw that Caleb had in the fourth quarter to fucking tie the game up was fucking like I thought that was finished. Soon as he was backpedaling, I thought it was over. I'm like, he's not fucking scoring. They could barely score. Caleb should have ran more too. But that's what was happening at the end. That's why I don't understand why they went into OT. They was gonna be gassed. They was already gassed at the fucking fourth quarter. I didn't even think they was gonna pull off that comeback. But like I'm saying, man, they should have risked it for the biscuit, gone for the +2, and we'd be talking about Broncos, Chicago in the Super Bowl. All right. That's what the conversation I would have been having. And shout out to Denver International Airport. They have a Panda Express. They have a they have a Panda Express. Really nice airport. And a really nice Panda Express. So go get you a bigger plate. Beijing beef, chow mein, uh double chow mein actually, because I love the noodles. Um I like the walnut shrimp. The walnut shrimp's fire. The mushroom chicken and the kung pao chicken. Take your pick, but make sure if you ever traveling and you find yourself in the Denver International Airport, hit the Panda Express. Tell them that UNRAP sent you. And use code ill for real to get a strange look at you because they're not gonna know what the fuck you're talking about. But go coach the Bears. Hey, talk your shit, chat. Um, they have an alien bunker under the airport. Do they? Under the Denver International, I do. They do have like a little subway system, so runs deep.
Nah,
Which
bro. Nah, bro. They have a real live under the bunker and fucking city and a whole
that
Mason thing down there.
that's
The
LA too,
whole
no? And Vegas,
satanic type shit or cult
satanic.
shit that's like a mural down there. Look it up, Bob.
Why are we
Look
judging
it up.
them because they believe in science?
And that's why that Panda Express is in there for all that dog meat.
You think the Panda Express is cursed?
No, the Panda Express is there so that, if you're lucky enough to get in that bunker, you got food. Panda Express.
Hey, shout out to the Denver International Airport one time, and shout out to the Broncos too, sending the Bills back to the lobby. That was kind of cool. That
F
was
the
appropriate.
Broncos, man.
Um, yeah, that's kind of all I got for the NFL for today.
I,
I was watching
we
some
should
NBA
probably leave that picture up though, just because.
just because Ace is watching.
As long as Ace is watching, that picture is gonna stay
If
up.
we lose Ace as a viewer, then I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna do nothing. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep going, my friend.
Okay.
You're going to keep going, my friend.
Caught myself watching some basketball today, but it's because Jay. Hit the jingle one time for Jay, please. Bo Nix fucked himself up. Yeah, you know what? I just remember that too. So yeah, I don't think the Broncos got. I think the Broncos just they kissed their fucking season goodbye. With that injury. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with Denver. But yeah, I caught myself watching some basketball today, but that's because Jay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You did what?
I was watching some NBA today.
Oh no. Oh
But
no.
the only reason was coworkers had put it on the TV,
And you were bored and there was nothing else to watch?
and no, like I said, like I mentioned, Jay, hit the jingle one more time for Jay. Jay, where the fuck are you at, Jay? I fucking miss you, dog. Jay's the dog, man.
Sean Payton going to be under center.
We'll see. Hey,
Oh.
man, it's just sad for Chicago, cause whoa. Nunca nunca voy a bailar otra vez. Piernas solitas no tienen ritmo.
No llores, no llores.
Quiere llorar, quiere llorar, quiere llorar. What the fuck was I talking? Oh yeah, Jay, Denver's coach.
Jays.
Um, shout out to the Denver International Airport, man. They got a Panda Express in there. Fucking especially delicious. Yes, Jay sent me a parlay, right? And they had the game on, you know what I'm saying? And he had some picks for the NBA. It was cool as fuck. So like I've been saying the past couple of episodes, why haven't I been giving a single shit about the NBA? What's missing from the NBA? Is it
Scripts?
is it parlays?
Is it
Is it
scripts?
placing bets? Is that what's missing for the NBA? Because if so, that's kind of fucked. Él sings the classics in Espanol. Bro, I like doing that sometimes. Oh, creep. Don't get me started on creep, bro. Cuando estabas aquí, no te miré en los ojos. Eh, no, eres como una pluma en un mundo hermoso. No, I fucked up. I fucked up the translation. Fuck. Yeah. Shout out to Hayes Vito. Get some bad bands for Hayes Vito, man. Hey, this is the whoop de whoop. Sometimes we bust into spontaneous karaoke sometimes, you know, and sometimes it's English songs translated into Spanish. Porque hay que representar a la raza. No hay que, no le, you know, nadie le debe nada a nadie, pero it's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we gotta translate these songs because they be bangers, and people in the motherland gotta know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the motherland. Shout out to the GTO. It's kind of ugly out there, but hopefully we stay hopeful. What's the chat gotta say? Don't worry, bro. No one noticed. Oh, yeah, I figured. But it's okay. Maybe somebody will watch this back. And by the way, if chat, you can always watch these episodes back. So make sure you go watch back some of them old episodes. And especially if you fucking missed the picks, make sure you go back and rewatch these episodes and place your picks on your preferred bets. Where the fuck did we go? What's happening here? And have I entered a different dimension? It sounded good though. Yeah, man, like fuck. Creep is like one of my favorite songs of all time, bro. Like I be sad sometimes and it's okay. So sometimes sad songs like are the ones that end up being my favorites, but sometimes like really happy and like upbeat songs be some of my favorites too, but they have a sad connotation to them too at the same time. Like the song Today by Smashing Pumpkins is one of my favorite songs of all time. And I'll listen to it on some of the worst days that I've had. You know what I'm saying? So music is just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Was that Heat Silhouette? Holy shit. Was it the Holy Spirit? Ladies and gentlemen, you may hear my melodious voice, but you may not see me because it's what we do. It's what we do. Ah! Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Nunca volveré a bailar. Pies solitos no tienen ritmo. ¿Sabe qué más dijo? Pero yo no sé cómo interpretar la rola que se escribió el güero porque no me acuerdo ahorita y a veces a traducir se complica en mi cerebro porque a veces parezco que soy what? Huh? What was that? Oh, back to the sports, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, like, is this what's missing in the NBA? I don't know. Really don't know. But the NBA was cool today. Watching that, Giannis kind of had me a little scared because, we had him at 20 plus on the, for points on the parlay, and he had 21. That motherfucker was scaring me towards the end of the game. I was like, damn, the fucking parlay's gonna die right here, like this. No, it died on a different pick. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, these picks be some of like the most obvious shit, and it doesn't even happen that way. But that's how they get you. That's how they get you. So we'll see what happens with the NBA. It's still pretty early, but I feel like we'll probably be paying more attention now that the it's coming down in the NFL. It's pretty much a wrap. We got February 6th, I think, is the date for the Super Bowl. Uh oh no, we're gonna be in darkness for the rest of the show if we have to be. Though it's okay. It's all right. They could accompany us. Sorry, Chad, but no, you guys are gonna have to hear this. Anyways, Bad Bunny, like I said. Oh, well, yeah, we gotta charge it, I guess. Conspiracy theories, chat. Whoop de whoop. Whoop de whoop. Was whoop de whoop sabotage tonight? Dun dun dun. Like SpongeBob when they curse, they use the dolphins. But anyways, yeah, like the NFL is coming up to a wrap, so I think we're gonna start paying more attention to what's going on in the NBA. Song "Kiss" from the Rose in Spanish. See, whoop de foot in the dark, dark edition. um, yeah, man. But also, I guess if we did have to say one more thing about the NFL because it is coming up to a wrap, is like the only thing that's kind of left from that's kind of exciting for me to watch, or that's kind of like got anything to be a talking point anymore left in this NFL season for me. It's probably just a halftime show again. Um, and it's gonna be a cool one, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I felt like it's too early to have Bad Bunny there, but I mean, it's been a decade, and he has had for the majority of this decade the Latin music community in a chokehold, man. So it's kind of silly to say that he don't deserve it, but I'd get it if folks felt like it was too early to do that. But I mean, at the same time, it's perfect time because you see the climate right now, and if you're gonna go with a Latin artist, am I gonna pick Bad Bunny for that? No, there's plenty of other Latin artists or Latin groups, or that I feel have better music or a better catalog or a better history to perform at a halftime show than Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of fucking, oh man, legendary. How come fucking Vicente Fernandez never performed at a fucking Super Bowl halftime show, man? I mean, duh. Who the fuck in the NFL community really gonna know who Vicente Fernandez is? But I mean, today in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of the Hispanic community that watches American football, man. So yeah, man. Uh, it's gonna be an interesting halftime show. I think by default, just because of the demographic that also Bad Bunny has, you shouldn't be surprised if they say it's even bigger than Kendrick's Super Bowl halftime show. And I mean, to me, the best like Kendrick's was cool, but Drake's Super Bowl halftime show was fire. That's the first shit. That's the first Super Bowl halftime show that had me paying attention to Super Bowl halftime shows again. You know what I'm saying? And before that, the fuck, fucking um, what's the fucking name? Mike's fucking Super Bowl halftime show is legendary. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, congrats to Benito one time for accomplishing this and representing the community at the end of the day. Um, they forget he's American because Puerto Rico is in America, and like, look, we just surrounded by darkness, but we're the light. Let's follow the light. Um, yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So shout out to the NFL and all that good stuff. Some bam bells for the Super Bowl halftime show. No, no, no bam. All right. Hit the jingle. Hit the jingle.
Jay's pick.
It is time. Are we just outroing it? No fool.
Jay's picks.
We're gonna at least leave it with Jay's pick.
Jay's picks.
They had to sit in the dark. Might as well get some light.
Jay's picks.
Whatever you bet.
Midweek.
Bet on yourself.
These are
Bet
picks
a lot of money.
for
Bet on
tomorrow.
yourself. Whatever you bet.
And Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. So you
Bet
could
a lot of
hash them
money.
out, fix them however you want. If you combine them for today, tomorrow, and for Thursday, you're looking at a plus 2,000 odds on the Blue app. Holler at us for the sponsorship.
Bet on yourself. Bet a lot
Whatever
of money.
app you
Bet on
choose.
yourself. Whatever you bet.
You
Bet a
go
lot of
do
money.
it responsibly. For liability reasons, we can't guarantee guarantees, but like, hey, we know our shit at the end of the day. So holler at us.
Whatever you bet.
And also, if you miss any of these, make sure you go back, rewatch. You know where to find it. YouTube.com/@UNRAP. Go watch the lives. Anyways, all right. starting tomorrow, we got fucking Man City versus Bodo. And honestly, Man City's coming off a fucking L against Man U. Manchester United of all fucking teams, man. And let me tell you, I don't think anybody, and this is a subject I wanted to talk about with footy too, because a lot of the big teams are going through what we call as a crisis. And Real Madrid's going through it too. They were actually able to secure their win this past weekend. But hey, if you would have seen, like, footy fans, footy people who fuck with footy in the chat, y'all, if y'all watch that Madrid game and the Madrid fans that watch that Madrid game, they seen the reception that their players got, and it's not without no reason, man. And honestly, you can't blame fucking how you gonna be mad at fans when they expect better of you? And hey, man, at the end of the day, you're playing a fucking sport, bro, and we're asking you to fucking perform. Like, we understand everybody got their own struggles. Everybody is different practicing with your mates than performing on the pitch, and it's different in that sense. But bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be mad at fans. Like, you signed up for this shit, bro. When you're not performing and you're playing like shit, and you're and it's and you're being buns, man. When you're buns and you get that reception, that's what you signed up for, bro. That's what you signed up for. This is what you go pro for. And you either get yourself correct and fix yourself, or you fucking fail. So, as with that being said, fucking Erling Haaland that had one or more shots on target. Remember earlier this season on Whoop De Whoop, I was talking about Erling Haaland being a fucking secure pick for at least 2 shots on target or more. And anytime goal scorer. Times have changed, ladies and gentlemen. We're halfway through this fucking season, and something's happening at Man City that I can't quite explain. Is it Pep's fault? Is it the players' fault? More likely the players' fault. Maybe Pep's time at Man City has come to an end. He got them a champions. He got them their first champions. He don't got no business he don't got nothing to prove, period, anymore. Maybe he should tackle international football. We'll see what happens, but hey, I expect Man City to have some fire this game. It's Champions League, like I said. We're back with champions. All right, so Erling Haaland will have one or more shot on target, but also to score or assist. So if he scores, that's your shot on target. We get a double for, 2 birds with 1 stone, but he could also assist this game. So if you want to leave the shot on target off, we'll see. I also put him to have at least 3 or more shots, so they don't have to all be on target. But I expect Erling to perform this fucking game. Like I said, it's champions, and he's been he's not on top in top form. He's not on a goalless streak again. You know what I'm saying? There's one game where he hasn't scored, but we'll see what happens. But like I said, Man City's having difficulties, especially in the back line. So we also got Man City goalkeeper to make 1 or more save. All right. Moving forward, Tuesday game as well. Real Madrid versus Monaco. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Madrid's gonna struggle like a motherfucker. But they could pull it off. Damn, what the fuck? Whoa. Wow. We just traveled through different fucking dimensions, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't had a trip in a fat minute, and this is kind of what they feel like. Anyways, Real Madrid's gonna struggle against Monaco. But with that being said, they came off a win, really tough reception at home. They're at home again. It seems like the booze kind of pushed them to fucking at least win that game, 2-0 against Levante. So we got Kylian Mbappe to score or assist, to have 2 or more shots on target, at least for sure. And Vinny to have 2 or more shots. Vinny, he's gonna be shooting for sure. I kind of wanted him to put him to score or assist because he's got some fire under him. He's got some momentum going. But Mbappe's back from injury, and he scored against Levante, so he's got some momentum going to him for sure too. And like I said, they're at home, so hey, they're gonna fucking demand that they fucking perform. Tuesday game as well. We got Inter versus Arsenal. I don't think this is gonna be a high scoring game, but I think a 1-1 is what we're looking at. Minimum. 2-1, 1-1. Either way. I didn't want to pick a winner. But I did go for over 1.5 because I do know that Inter has a strong attack for sure, even stronger defense. But Arsenal has a strong enough defense to where they can net one at least two. But I do expect Inter to score. So if you just want to put Inter for over half a goal, they're home. So I would fucking go with that pick. As for Tuesday, also on Tuesday, Tottenham versus Dortmund. What do we think of Tottenham? Shit. What do we think of shit? Tottenham. Thank you. Look, Dortmund is. I've had Dortmund to score over half a goal. Goddamn, whole season here on Whoop De Whoop since we've come back, and they have failed in one game in one pick. So I put Dortmund to have over half a goal this game, and like I've said before, I don't like to bet on Tottenham. Period. So we're betting on Dortmund here to at least have that kind of performance to where they can score. We got Galatasaray. Oh, this for Wednesday. So moving on to the Wednesday games, ladies and gentlemen. We only got a couple too. We got Slavia Prague versus Barca. Slavia Prague could be a pest. Could be a pest. Barca's not coming off of a win here. It's not, even though they beat Real Madrid in that final convincingly. They lost against Real Sociedad. And a kind of controversial game, I guess, but it always goes that way in footy. Always controversy, like the controversy in that final versus Monaco and Senegal. Um, if you are aware and are in tune with footy, that was fucking atrocious. Kind of like made me feel differently about Monaco, man. And Monaco's got a good team and shit like that, but you know what? Uh that was some poor sportsmanship shit. And I hate seeing that shit. And low key, I might fucking change my fucking picks for this World Cup again. Cause if they think they're gonna get away with that in the World Cup, is different. If that's what they gotta rely on. But moving forward, like I said, Barca might have a difficult time with Slavia, but they should prove to this is champions, and Barca's in desperate need to fucking perform in champions. Um, they got a little bit of a comfort space with in La Liga, so champions is gonna be a little bit of a focus this time around. We're gonna have Rafinha to score or assist, Barca keeper to make two or more saves, and over half 1.5 goals for Barca. So away team. They are playing away, so that might be a little bit of a challenge, but you know what? Barca got a squad right now. Like I said, even though they're coming off of a loss, it was a controversial loss, and they got momentum off of that, winning that final against Madrid. Wednesday, also, Galatasaray versus Atletico Madrid. We only got Madrid goalkeeper to have two or more saves. I felt like that was the safest pick. If you wanted to add saves to the Madrid game for Courtois to have two or more saves, I would go with that too. But in this game versus Galatasaray, Atletico, we'll see how they do, man. We'll see how the fuck they do. All I know is I ain't fucking putting in any bets for fucking Julian Alvarez anymore for the rest of the season. He's kind of lost me with that. Um, and then we got Bayern versus Union. We got Bayern to win and over 1.5 goals. And then both teams to score versus Newcastle and PSV. They both got great attack power, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, hit the jingle. Go get you some cheddar. Shit, if you put 11 on that, you get 200 plus. So go get you some cheddar.
Jay's picks. Jay's picks. Jay's picks.
Whatever you bet.
Bet on yourself.
Bet a lot of money.
Bet on yourself.
Whatever you bet. Bet a lot of money.
That man right there. Jay's picks. Jay's picks. Jay's picks.
Ah, man. What an incredible episode, ladies and gentlemen. Full of fun and crazy dimension hopping. I think all I could really leave out with is further talking about this crisis in footy. Um, the big team, like Madrid's going through a fucking crisis right now, and who knows what their destiny holds, what the fate in the future holds for Madrid, and who knows what's gonna happen at Man City. Like Man City, I think it's a little bit of an exaggeration. There's still a lot of season left. Um, and I don't think Arsenal is a safe pick by any means. Um, so we'll see what happens. Champions League gets exciting for sure. It's gonna be a good one. But it's also like I said, man. It's we'll see what happens with these big teams and their little crisis that they're going through. Can they recover? It's only time to tell. Real Madrid might have to throw in the towel at least for the La Liga. You know what I'm saying? Barca keeps getting away. They may have a little bit of breathing space after Barca just got this loss this past
I thought you
weekend.
were talking about the Bears.
Bears.
Oh, I don't know. Anytime you talk about any type of loss, I just assume you're talking about the Bears.
Oh, the Bears. I thought you said fair.
No, the Bears. I heard you say something about they'll get over it, they'll be okay, they'll work on it, and things like that. So I just assumed you were talking about the Bears.
And furthermore, beyond that, also
Beyond the Bears.
because I can't forget this because it kind of was whack to see. It was whack to see that fucking Morocco was behaving like that in a fucking final, bro. Like that was
What'd they
whack
do?
as shit. They
Started a riot.
no, they
They riot in
fucking
football.
first of all, I think the Senegal players were doing too much and
Racist.
all right, so
What happened?
this game got to a point where the Senegal team walked off the field. They weren't gonna keep playing. And I've seen that happen before in footy. And I hate seeing that shit. I'm like, man, just it's some bullshit, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not the other team's fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That the refereeing beyond that bullshit. Who knows what the fucking powers are doing? You know what I'm saying? Who's fucking manipulating whatever? But it's not the other team's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta play that game. That's what you signed up for. Finish that fucking game. Prove it on the field that the fucking even the refs can't fucking fuck with you, whatever the fuck. But it was it got to a point where the Senegal team walked off the field, man. They had one of their goals disallowed, and they made a the ref made a the VAR, the video ref basically made a call saying that there was a potential penalty, and then the you know lead ref ended up calling a penalty for Morocco, and yeah, Senegal wasn't having it. But during the whole fucking match too, it was raining, so the goalkeepers get a towel by. I mean, even doesn't matter the weather conditions, but the goalkeeper usually always has a towel by the net. They
Oh man.
Here we go again. Blackout. But yeah, I mean, they kept fucking with his towel, man, and they didn't. It was just some fuck shit, man. Make sure y'all go check it out. Just hit a quick Google search type shit. Uh, Let me know what y'all think in the chat about that. And what y'all think about sportsmanship and how much it matters